Hi guys, how are you? I hope you're well. I am well. By now, you have seen that we moved to a whole other state, and this is the first time I'm making food in this house. It's going to be breakfast, and I'm excited for it. It's 1st of January, so it's a good day to, just cook and relax in the house. So I have prepared some things that I'm going to cook with you. And if we haven't met, my name is Wanyiha Jindut, and I operate this group called Broken to Whole. It's about our journey, and it's also about encouraging people. And now we're in a different season of our lives where God has separated us from our children. And even though we can talk, to them every day, and we can see them every day, on FaceTime, there's just a huge distance between us, and I believe He has called them to Himself. And so this is a different season where it's just me and hubby, growing into that. Curious also to see what God has in store for us. But I'm going to be changing the way I eat because my husband has been on low-carb diet for quite a while, and I feel in a way that was a way of him fasting, for all the things that were happening in our lives, yeah. And I would be very tempted to eat carbs with the guys because carbs are delicious and also very filling, but in a very different way. I have been on a keto diet before, and it worked wonders in my life. I felt better, I felt gut healthy. I also lost a lot of weight, but eventually I fell off. I have been diagnosed with fatty liver before, and while eating keto, I had another, ultrasound, and they told me that they couldn't trace the much fat that was there. Like, it was a different technician, and she was like, I don't see any fat. So she told me, you shouldn't worry about this, but eventually I fell off. But I feel like this is a chance because being in a house where people are eating two different diets can be very tricky. But now that we have to eat the same food, I feel like it's a good chance for me to change my diet. I feel like the diet has, worked wonders with my husband. He lost a lot of weight. He looks so good for his age. The tummy is gone. He's managing very well. I think it's just good. So I feel like this is a good diet for people our age. So if you're in that age and you're struggling with some issues, I have seen keto to reverse diabetes, fatty liver disease, and many other issues, even inflammation, because you don't eat, the things that you used to, foods that are converted into glucose. You don't eat sugar, that is like direct boost of glucose into, your body, and you become so insulin resistant. Sometimes you even know, even without being diagnosed, because your neck gets very dark and thick. You get these very thick lines on the neck. And also you notice that your face gets puffy, as mine has been. And whenever you look at somebody from an angle, you notice their chin is rounded and very shiny. I'm not doctor, but I have noticed those things happening, with people who are struggling with such issues, especially at our ages. When you're younger, you can burn off, a lot of things, have a young liver. Although a lot of kids don't know it, but they have a weak liver, yeah? That is genetic. Sometimes some people will have a weak heart, a weak liver, weak kidneys. It just happens, yeah? And the only way is to manage it. Sometimes I feel like that's an actual challenge, to manage your issues. And so I pray that God takes us through this. Yesterday we had a dinner at a place we love, Cheddar's. So we wanted to see how the cheddar here, the Cheddar's here is operating. And when we made our order, I hadn't eaten any carbs for some days, since we started our journey actually. So that is from 29th of December. So when we placed our order, I think the guy didn't understand to remove, rice from my plate. Didn't understand that he shouldn't add rice on my plate. So he gave me what I ordered, which was salmon, broccoli, green beans, and it was salmon with some shrimp toppings. And he also added rice. The rice was so good. So we were tempted. He also started us off with, bread. And we decided to cheat because the bread was fresh, hot, crispy. It's like croissant, yeah? It's designed like a croissant. And then they had a sweet butter drizzle. Listen, we cheated. And we were like, okay, considering how I've been eating the last 3 days, and now a small amount of carb is not too bad, but it can get really crazy. You don't want to be cheating often, yeah? So we're gonna do better. But this is how I'm going to cook. I'm going to make a very simple meal of eggs with broccoli and onions, and I'll make a mushroom sauce on the side because I also want to serve some beef. This will be in small portions, but I want a variety because we didn't even remember to buy tomatoes. But I feel like the sauce, the mushroom sauce, will just be a good combo for the steak and eggs. I have advised people whose kids are struggling with weight to just try steak and eggs, and they just notice that the kid loved the meals better than eating cereal, and they did lose that weight, So it's all experimental. If I could, I would give you all the nutritional facts, but I just follow what, the people who are better at this teach. Okay, so we'll move over to the stove and get to cooking. Okay, so in my pot here, I have cut, washed, and dried broccoli. I dried them on a paper towel because I didn't want them to produce too much oil. I'm going to add that together with the onions. I will use olive oil. This is very important when you're doing a low carb diet. Let your oil, as much as you can, be good oils like oils and fats like butter, olive oil, avocado oil. I especially love this in eggs. I might add some more oil in the eggs because the broccoli will just drink it all up. I'll be adding garlic powder into this. I'm not one to use onion or garlic powder in meals, but I don't have garlic. I don't have a grater, I don't have a garlic masher. So as soon as I get that, you will see me using more fresh garlic. And I actually prefer to just have it ready in the fridge. So this is only because I don't have fresh garlic. So broccoli, onions, garlic powder, salt. I'm just eyeballing that. I can add more once I taste. A little pepper. burn onions. Unajua nini?
Food ni mob ni tamu.
It's a lot. I was about to say that. It's a lot of food. You buy burn onions.
Sijui.
On that side.
Sina shida.
A smoothie. That's why the messengers are there. Do I have a blender? No. So that is how our omelette looks. I burnt the onions. I should do better. But yeah, with that being such a huge meal, I won't be eating bread. But I might. And guys, that's how our stools are looking on our island. You can put one here and one there, but I think it's cute to eat side by side. Sindio? Hatuna hata kibiriti ya kuwasha candle. Thank you for the coffee, Baba. How come this cup doesn't fill up in 12? So guys, that's our first meal, and I'm hoping it will be delicious. I'll let you know, but it looks like it. I tasted the mushrooms and I think they'll be yummy with the steak. So I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much just for being here and watching this. Like and subscribe to show us support, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.